We are just 32 days away from Decision Day in MLS Next Pro, and while one club in front of us has yet to solidify their postseason spot, an already eliminated team will attempt to play spoiler for the rest of the way. It's a midweek Eastern Conference clash between New York City FC 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. I'm Josh Will, happy to have you with us today. This is the third and final meeting of the year between these two clubs, with each having won a game against the opposition here in 2026. For New York City FC 2, they're just a few spots beneath the playoff line. They could use a win and some help to jolt them into the 8th seed. A look at the starting lineup. 3 changes for Matt Pickington's side following the 4-2 loss to Columbus Crew 2. Mac Learned in search of his 5th clean sheet on the year. Zuan Loyola gets the starting nod on the back line for the 11th time this year. And Cooper Flax, a well-rounded player on this team, has 8 goals here in 2026. But he plays deeper in the formation for more defensive fortification. Alhaji Sam has had quite the year of growth, making his first team debut in Leagues Cup this year at just the age of 16. This is a club that shares the ball well, and they also convert at a very high rate from the penalty spot, so something to keep an eye on there. As for the visitors, a couple of changes for Sammy Castellanos' side following their most recent loss, and the biggest change for David Paz and company. 17 years old, the Academy product makes his professional debut today. Another fellow Academy product, Landon Bourne. He's impressed as of late at center back, and as always, these central defenders are required to do more than most, given the width that Cincinnati likes to play with. The use of their wingbacks are vital in their attack. Camden Spire, another Academy product, leads the way for the visitors, and Shewinu Yang and Stefan Chirilla are a major part of this team's offensive success. They've made up a huge chunk of goals scored over the most recent games. And can this dynamic duo carry the club to all 3 points today? Well, that'll be something to keep an eye on.
Johnny Lopez. In the midfield, number 27, Cooper Flax. In the midfield, number 71, Peter Molinari. In the midfield, number 44, Lucas Sunjic. In the midfield,
starting lineups
29,
being announced here at Icon Stadium.
In the midfield, number 93,
FC Cincinnati in the blue kits, New York City FC 2 in the white kits. It is a picturesque afternoon from the East Coast for this beautiful game. Cincinnati comes in this one eliminated from playoff contention, whereas New York, they're ready to make a push. They're just 3 points out of the 8th spot. They are well on the prowl and within striking range of getting into the postseason.
New York City.
Our head official today is Nicholas Strednick, with Andrew Sharon and Shane Richards, our assistant referees, and the 4th official today, Jennifer Dumaine. The 11 for each respective club takes to the pitch. Kickoff's just a moment away. Now it's a second for each team to gather their thoughts. And one last second of inspiration before all 90 minutes are set to be played in front of us. New York City this year, 9 wins, 8 losses, and they've gone 2 for 4 in PKs. So Cincinnati, just 4 wins, 16 losses. Every time they've gone to penalties, they have won and taken all 2 points, having gone 2 for 2. Third meeting of the year between these two clubs. New York and Cincinnati have each picked up a win. This game today, an opportunity to win the season series. head referee checks the watch, prepares to sound the whistle. Cincinnati starts things off, and we are underway from Icon Stadium in the great state of New York. I'm Josh Lill. Happy to have you with us this afternoon. So many storylines are set to be unpacked here across the full 90 minutes. We're thrilled to have you with us, and it's crazy to think that there's only 32 days until decision day, which will fall on September 20th. And Cincinnati on that day, with their postseason hopes ended, they'll have a chance to play spoiler and maybe wreck somebody's day. As for New York, the fight continues on as they are in search of hardware and just their second ever trip to the MLS Next Pro postseason. Cincinnati play back, and there is the first professional touch for David Paz, 17-year-old academy product out of Honduras. There's so much to celebrate today. He's between the sticks for Sammy Castellanos' side. Early attempt to build here from the hosts. Work forward quickly. It's played in, mistouched by both New York and Cincinnati players alike. Pause into the midfield. His teammates can eventually control, but do give it away. Sunic cuts through. Pass to Lucas Sunic. Poked behind. Here comes Cincinnati. Chavez on the stop and go. Nicholas Strednak, our head official, did not like the challenge. He's over to talk to the New York defender, as Johnny Lopez gets an early warning inside the first few minutes of play. New York with the dispossession. Short field to work. Sunic! He strikes early, and just like that, New York City FC 2 lead. Out of the gate, come Matt Pilkington's side. It's all about winning the ball in the final third. They make short work of this Cincinnati defense. And it's Lucas Sunic who reaps the benefits for his team. And that is not a good sign. A Cincinnati player down. It's a tale of two opposite reactions for both of these clubs.
Goal, New York City! Scored in the 4th minute by number 44, Lucas Sunic. For Lucas, this is his second goal of the season. Gol de New York City anotado en el minuto 4 por el número 44, Lucas Sunic. Para Lucas, este es su segundo gol de la temporada.
The injured man for Cincinnati still down following the Lucas Sunic goal. Injuries are something you never want to see at any point in the game. but it makes matters that much more tougher for Sammy Castellanos' side. And right now have been handed a tough blow inside the first 5 minutes. It is Ayub Lashar, the former UConn man who's slowed to his feet. If he is able to continue, he'll have to wait re-entry at the direction of the fourth official, and he took that awkward tumble on the dispossession. Fast break attempt taken away by Cincinnati. They needed that desperately, but they are whistled for offside. Camilo Ponce credited with the assist. And for Ponce, that's his first on the air. That matches his total from the 2025 season. And Ponce has seen more playing time. Just one goal scored less this year than 2025, but the playing time, it has been surmounted early on. Just 6 matches a year ago, and now his 15th game that he's participated in this year. Sunic on the throw-in, and New York City continue their pressure. Matt Pilkington's side, they'll want to throw numbers at your face and, again, play with that intensity. That is a trait that could make this team very dangerous. They were able to get into the postseason. All they need is a chance. Flax look to cut inside. Falls to the outer edge of the box. Left-footed shot, and it's stopped. David Paz had to leap for that one. But there was a delayed offside call. And Max Carrizo settled this one down out of the air. Found a chance on the give and go with Sunic. Paz was tested, and he did come through. Cincinnati looked to break the press, and they're offside yet again. Well, there's not many teams that have the offside flag raised more than FC Cincinnati. They come in 2 today with the 6th most offside calls against. They have now 54 here in 2026. Big part of that is the aggressiveness that this front line for Sammy Castellanos plays with. There it is, Lucas Sunic with the goal in the 4th minute. When you have a raw striker in Shewoo Niang, whose running capabilities are rarely outmatched in this league due to the sheer talent that he plays with. Niang is always one willing to get into the open field, make those runs. If it results in offside and maybe him being a little tired after the run, so be it. It is a chance for this Cincinnati team. And today he's paired up top with Stefan Schirilla. Those two a dynamic duo. Schirilla and Niang, they have combined for 6 of the last 7 goals scored by FC Cincinnati too. As Niang gets a touch, nearly dribbled through, It rolls to Learned, who safely punts that one away. And in that stretch, Stefan Chirilla recorded a brace last match against Connecticut United and a few matches ago against New England Revolution 2. Niang has also gotten in on the party. Had goals in back-to-back matches. Nonetheless, those two are feeling themselves coming into this game today. For Cincinnati to have any chance at all 3 points, they're going to need this top line pairing to wreak some havoc on an aggressive New York City FC2 defense. Last time out for New York City FC2, we mentioned it was that loss to Crew 2. Kevin Bombley for the black and the yellow had a brace on the day. He opened the scoring and finished it. And Cooper Flax and Lucas Sunic were able to get on the board, but it would not be enough. Lucas Sunic has found himself on a heater as well, having now scored in 2 consecutive matches. Heavy touch, and it's up beyond the byline. And even in the midst of the 4-2 loss, Matt Pilkington really liked the chance creation. He felt like his team got into dangerous areas. But game management, that's where they could have learned, and that is something they're still willing to do and need to do, according to coach. In MLS Next Pro, every team is young. Every team has to deal with the constant ebbs and flows of players up to the first team and down to the academies. Really, that cohesiveness, it's a desire for all teams as each match day passes. Ayib Lashar was hurt immediately following the New York goal, but he's back on his feet, and that's good to see. Lofted to the far side. Flax there. Cooper Flax. Carrizo nowhere to go. Double teamed and forced into the defensive half. It's such a dangerous midfield for this New York team. And Cooper Flax, fresh off a year at Wake Forest University, joins a team where Peter Molinari and Max Carrizo have played together for at least 3 years. Molinari, a trio of seasons with New York, as Carrizo goes for goal. It might have taken a deflection. It did not. And it is a goal kick. Whereas for Carrizo, he's now in his 5th year with this team. Over 70 matches played and nearing double digits for goals scored in his time with New York City FC2. There's a lot of variety in the age, the experience, and the technical skill in this midfield. It's been difficult to stop at times. We'll see if Cincinnati can have their way with them today. Flax once a captain in the New York City FC Academy, excuse me. Pause with an awkward touch. Sets up the hosts in a threatening spot. Challenge in the midfield, it's clean. Advantage played at the moment. Niang had to slow things up. Cycle to the far side. Intended for Niang in the box, and it is rejected. Felix Sampson. Chirilla. Curling ball. Sampson plays it in. It's off a defender. Kept in by Adonis Campos. Forces Cincinnati to retreat. They were so close to all 3 points against Connecticut United. And Chirilla opened the scoring. Had a brace inside the first half hour. It would be Connecticut United who would mount the second half comeback. And even in the midst of all the struggles for FC Cincinnati too, their ability to pass in the game, the accuracy for which they did it with, and their ability to collect corner kicks, it put them in an advantageous spot, but ultimately they couldn't convert at a high enough rate. Alex Moniz recorded a penalty kick just beyond the hour mark. And of course, penalty kicks, they can steal much of the momentum. Lachar draws the foul, and it's a free kick. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. John's University, the official undergraduate partner of New York City FC 2. Neither one of these teams has fouled very much. FC Cincinnati too. Third lowest in terms of fouls suffered in MLS Next Pro. New York City FC 2 just a couple spots higher. And dead ball situations, they are desired by both these teams. It's placed beautifully. And Learned had to hop over to his right to save it. Prevent any chance of a rebound. He did take a touch in traffic. NYC quick to the other end. Carrizo feeds inside. It's volleyed. Played to the outer area where Carrizo can safely send this one in a recycle. Space for NYC, it's from distance and in. My goodness. A wondrous strike. Johnny Lopez, have a day. This one from no man's land. It had David Paz leaping in hopes of just getting a touch on the ball. My goodness, Johnny Lopez. That is one to remember.
Goal, New York City! Scored in the 19th minute by number 77, Johnny Lopez. For Lopez, this is his second goal of the season. Gol de New York City, anotado en el minuto 19 por el número 77, Johnny Lopez. Para Lopez es su segundo gol de la temporada.
As you heard from our public address announcer, both Luka Sunic and Johnny Lopez with their second goals, respectively, of the season. Cincinnati need a quick answer before this gets out of control. And Lopez draws the foul. That was a spectacular goal. The confidence from this backline defender to take his space, cut inside to an inverted position, and simply net that one in a jaw-dropping manner. I'm certainly pleased at Pilkington, but the club has a long way to go. Still under 70 minutes to play, and a lot can change. Long ball tested. Sunic in pursuit, and it's way over his head. New York City FC 2, one of the better passing teams in all of MLS Next Pro in terms of attempts and conversion. They're in the top 10 in both of those categories, but when it comes to playing the long ball, that is not necessarily their expertise. Team that's very good at breaking you down on the ground between the lines, but aerially, it's not the forte. Flax opts it off. Carrizo on the byline, plays it central. Sunic looked to settle. Molinari around. Loyola makes his 11th start in his 11th appearance. Sucheki. Molinari drops in for a bit of help in moving this one forward. It opens up space. Sunic to Carrizo. Great challenge from Ayub Lashar. He clears this one into Cincinnati's attacking half. Takes a favorable bounce. Here's Chirilla. Centers it, looks for Niang, and it's too far in front. Here's a go from distance, and it's not a worry for McLearned. The road struggles, they've been a theme for this Cincinnati club. They've gone away on the road. Leading up to this game, on 10 occasions, they have lost in regulation on all 10. Certainly there is a lot to fight for today in that realm for this FC Cincinnati 2 team. Oddly enough, they are the only club in MLS Next Pro without a single point on the road. That means no PK victories, no PK losses. It's been all their opponent by the conclusion of regulation. And they remain one of 3 Eastern Conference teams without a regulation road win. They trailed 2-0 early on. There's the first booking of the afternoon.
A yellow card has been issued in the 25th minute to number 52, Yair Ramos from Cincinnati. Tarjeta amarilla en el minuto 25 para el número 52.
Yair Ramos shown the booking, just his second of the year. And it leaves an NYC player hobbled a bit. It's Johnny Lopez, the most recent goal scorer He is back to his feet, and that is a good sign to see. Again, like we mentioned on the Cincinnati side of things, this also goes for this New York City team. They don't get it. A lot of foul calls in their favor. With that comes free kicks. But here, back-to-back chances. And they inch just a bit closer by several feet. Numbers crowded at the edge of the area. Five outside the area. Five right at the edge of the area. It's played short. And sent in, and not even in the realm of David Paz. Played through on the ground. There was a bit of hope for Cincinnati. Zoa Loyola in a heated duel, and it's finally won. David Mosquera with undying edge for the ball. A man on the hunt. Kept it alive, and that one taken from distance and curled. He nearly missed the far post. And McLearned would have had no shot at this one. What a take out of the air. This portion of the match is brought to you by Adidas, the official kit supplier for New York City FC 2. Sunic. Worked outside. Bicycle kick! Oh my goodness! What did we just see? Camilo Ponce, the goal of the match week, the goal of the day, and a moment of his lifetime. Oh, Ponce, that is ridiculous. It has this crowd up in arms. His third goal of the year. It's a stunner. It's unbelievable. And it is spectacular.
New York City! Scored in the 28th minute by number 83, Camilo Ponce. For Ponce, this is his third goal of the season. Gol de New York City anotado en el minuto 28 por el número 83, Camilo Ponce. Para Camilo, este es su tercer gol de la temporada.
Goal scoring, they say it's like riding a bike. You may not do it for a while, but once you get that feeling of the ball hitting the net, it's just like old times. Camilo Ponce certainly got on his bike, had a trick with it, and has made it 3-0. New York City FC 2. A bicycle kick has opened this match up. New York City, they've really turned the season around. If you look at the first 4 matches of 2026, they only scored 1 goal. They hadn't even scored multiple goals in a game until mid-May, when they picked up a 3-2 victory in the Hudson River Derby against Red Bull New York 2. They've continued to plug away at their offense. And to be quite frank, this looks like a completely different team from what we saw in the early going of this 2026 campaign. They've had 3 different goal scorers today, and they've completely taken the wind out of the sails of these Cincinnati players. Here's another look at the foul against the hosts. It was a late sliding challenge. Maximo Carrizo won't get away with that one. This one played through Mosquera in pursuit, and Learned able to send that one into his club's attacking half. At the half-hour mark, it is New York City FC 2, up 3-0. Following a couple of incredible goals that have come in a variety of ways. Luka Sunic, his side, they won the ball just at the edge of the final third, and they made quick work of this Cincinnati defense. And Johnny Lopez had an otherworldly strike from outside the box, and of course, Camilo Ponce, a bicycle kick, made it 3-0. The hosts waiting for the opposition to bite there. Zoa Loyola showed good composure. And it's Loyola again. Mac Learned in no rush. This club certainly has the ability to put up scoring numbers in a heap. They're just one of 3 teams to have knocked off a high-scoring Crown Legacy team in regulation this year. This is now 8 goals in 3 games, and talking with Coach Pilkington in the days leading up to this match, mentioned it's important to be creative, as that one is steered wide by Chirilla. And the creativity in scoring goals is ever so important for this New York side, as Cincinnati nearly replicated the hosts' first goal after a quick transition into the final third. But for Coach Pilkington and company, it's less about those scoring numbers, the 5 goals in 2 games, the 8 goals in 3 games. They just want to see that overall scoring average continue to climb. Right now they average about 1.7 goals per game. I certainly would love to see that number get above 2. But this is the perfect time for a team that's right on the bubble of the postseason to heat up on the scoring side of things, as well as solidifying their defensive structure and mannerisms. What a time to pick up points. This is the 3rd of 4 home matches in August for New York City FC 2. At one point, they had 4 consecutive road matches. They went all of July without playing a home match. They went 2-2 in that stretch. Have a chance to capitalize as Carrizo curls that one in. And Paz was ready for it. New York City, they've struck from all different areas today. Might as well try another one from outside the area and see if it works. Ponce. This goal might be a goal of the year candidate. Looking for the quick touch forward. Molinari recovers. Aside from a fast break or two, Cincinnati, they have been on their heels all day long. They've been forced to backtrack on numerous occasions. Cincinnati commit numbers forward. It nearly resulted in something negative, but here, a play brewing for the visitors. Chirilla taken down from behind, and it's an immediate booking for New York City. Chirilla goes down. Nicholas Stredneck, our head official, quick to the pocket. It's Johnny Lopez with the booking. Now the free kick that was last taken by Cincinnati, it looked promising. It came from the near flank, was touched onside and fell favorably in the area, but McLearned was just one step ahead of the Cincinnati attack. This is a moment of decision making here for Sammy Castellanos' side. Do you go direct with your talented goal scorer, Stefan Chirilla, or opt out wide? It is Chirilla with 9 goals on the year. It is Chirilla, calls his own number and skies that over the head of McLearned. Mosquera, overzealous in his attempt. This portion of the match is brought to you by Etihad Airways, the official airline partner of New York City FC2. Dangerous passing. Molinari with a nice head fake to open up space, but simply trains spots with David Paz. Taken away. Good poke. Here's Carrizo. Couldn't feed it inside. And how about Cooper Flax? He had the initial takeaway. So disruptive in the passing lanes. Makes it ever so difficult for the Cincinnati team to advance the ball. They have some daylight here. Mosquera, can he get there? He got a touch, but it was a bit much too late. Shots right now 8-4 overall and 5-0 on target in favor of the hosts. FC Cincinnati 2 have conceded the most shots on target in MLS Next Pro play all year long, and there was a near deadly miscommunication as David Paz was way off his line. His back line did indeed have his back. Crazy dribbling right now. As Cincinnati looks to escape forward, they do. It's a corner kick, and the Cincinnati players want a foul right on that left flank. Edmar Chavez pleads his cases. He had that dazzling dribble going forward. It was Joao Loyola on the challenge. Mosquera appears to be okay. We're just under 5 minutes until first half stoppage. Low on the ground, took a touch, and it's poked away by Learned. It falls out of the volley. Second chance blocked. A third chance, can it get through? It's off a defender. Off the set piece, Cincinnati with a couple of great chances. A near own goal committed by New York City FC 2. Chavez had a couple of goes at the ball. Cincinnati will try again. That one smacked away by Learned. From the outer area, my goodness, it was so close. Learned took a hard tumble to the ground. What is it? Both of these clubs, they've had the confidence to take their chances from outside the area. And each has not only converted, but been within striking distance, literally and figuratively. Here's Flax, ups it off. The pass off the advertising boards, and it's a set piece awarded to New York City FC 2. Flax over to take. Played in. Nothing dangerous there for Cincinnati. They'll take over on the goal kick. New York looked to play the header. It was Sucheki looking at that near side post. Lashar. Chirilla into the wind. Somehow kept in. Ramos on the dribble. Awaited the give and go. The visitors desperate to get Shea Muniang involved in this match. You know, if their forward gets one good touch, the ball very well could find the back of the net. The opportunities, though, they have just not come in bunches today. That one left on the ground, intercepted by Molinari. One back by Chirilla. Mosquera. Coach Pilkington and company wanted an offside call against Cincinnati. It was not whistled to their avail. Mosquera, a beautiful cut through. Goes around the defender. It's knocked away. Lashar calls for it on the near side, up in arms. Demanding the ball, we'll see if he'll get it. Chirilla. Plays that one centrally where it's immediately snared right to the ground.
The fourth official on the side.
4 minutes of added time have been indicated by the fourth official.
4 minutes.
Here's Mosquera. Cincinnati, they need a tally before the break. Beautiful flick in behind, and Learned was ready. Well, that was crafty. Mosquera, point blank range. Had to go up one-on-one against Mac Learned, who sized himself up for the moment. 24-year-old made himself big. Another corner for Cincinnati. They've had a few chances already. It's popped up into the air, and it finds the gloves of Mac Learned. Lashar with the takeaway. Landon Bourne. Yair Ramos. Cincinnati not quite comfortable with moving the ball into the second phase. In their eyes, this defense has taken away so much of their opportunities as we're approximately halfway through stoppage time. That one's tight roped along the near touchline. New York City thought it went out, but nonetheless, they regained possession, nearly give it away. And Learned can reset. New York City would love to tally a fourth before the break. Molinari had to control that one well to prevent any sort of fast break for Cincinnati. And turn the long ball again unsuccessful for the hosts. Spire opts outside, continues his run in the half space. That one off the feet of Adonis Campos. NYC want no trouble. They will simply clear away. Under a minute to go. As that one's taken and stopped by Learned. The saves today have not been routine for Mac Learned by any means. Cincinnati have seen the outside the box advantages that New York City have taken. They've been confident in their chances for goal. But it's Mac Learned who's been one step ahead. Likely one last chance here. Cincinnati floated in. Lashar. Yair Ramos. Ramos has nowhere to go. And there is the halftime whistle. New York City FC 2 lead FC Cincinnati 2. 3-0 at the break. Coming up in our halftime show, we look back at MLS Next All-Star Game, plus the upcoming August schedule and first half highlights when we come back. Welcome back. New York City FC 2 lead FC Cincinnati 2, 3-0 at the break. We head back to Charlotte for a close look at the MLS Next All-Star Game and Skills Challenge, and a look at Chattanooga FC taking the interim tag off their head coach.
What's going on, guys? Moises Linares here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the big MLS All-Star Game. And as you can see behind me, anticipation's already building. But before we can even talk about the big game, how about we take a look at some of the best moments during MLS All-Star Week, including the MLS Next All-Star Game, which features some of MLS Next Pro's brightest stars.
Charlotte kicked off with the MLS Next All-Star Game, where we got a glimpse of the game's future stars who faced off at Mecklenburg County Sportsplex. A 7-goal thriller that saw Team East take care of business versus Team West with a 6-1 victory. Less than 20 hours after scoring for Crew 2, Columbus Crew's Jamil Danjaji hopped on a flight to Charlotte and found the back of the net again.
Towards goal and through! Jamil Danjaji makes it 2-0 in the blink of an eye.
Nashville SC and Huntsville City forward Liam Stribling also found the back of the net for the East.
Nashville, man, Stribling's got some space here. Stribling puts it through. How good is that?
And Crown Legacy's Daniel Brown would complete the scoring for Team East.
A good punch out. Philo. Oh, distance. Fizzer is through. Brown, the hometown product.
The West would pull one back, but ultimately it wasn't enough to overcome the East.
This is a celebration of all their hard work. So many of these guys not only had great individual seasons, they performed well for their team, but what we're starting to see, which is also so cool, is when we talk about pathway, is these players not only do well for their academy team, but most of them have already started to feature for Next Pro, which is that not only the next step for them in their own development, but it continues that aspiration to get to the highest level.
Obviously, it's a wonderful event. Such a privilege to be chosen for this. It takes years and years of training and experience for any player to get caught up into this. So congratulations to everybody that's got caught into this and everybody's family to experience the welcome of being able to participate in this event.
I mean, it's a learning experience. I'm just happy to be here. I'm gonna keep going, keep training, and keep my head down and be grounded.
Before the game, we also caught up with president of MLS Next Pro, Ali Curtis, who talked about the evolution of the pathway MLS has created.
We've got a great collection of players here today. It's a great evening. It's a great event that we're fortunately able to be supported by our partner in Allstate, and we've got a great number of talented players here. So it's a great addition and a great player development moment.
Just crazy to see how far the league has come. And it's just a beautiful thing, right? Now we have 30 teams, so many more stadiums, new stadiums being built. The academy wasn't around in 2009. Now we have a full-blown academy, and to see the talent that we have here tonight is just spectacular. And so it just tells me that we're all moving in the right direction. We're continuing to move this game forward in this country with the World Cup. Everyone's excited. And now we just have to continue to help encourage and support these kids.
Here at Bank of America Stadium, MLS All-Stars lead Liga MX 3-1 after 45 minutes. A great performance in the first half. And speaking of great performances, some of MLS Next Pro's very best goalkeepers and field players took part in the skills challenge. That includes goalie wars and also the crossbar challenge.
I'm trying to get that assist in. Oh, he's cooking me alive. Those low ones killed me.
Hey, we got the...
Tuesday morning saw the MLS Next Pro players take on actor Danny Ramirez in goalie wars. The Hollywood star even banged this golazo.
Bonus ball! You got the ball!
later, MLS Next Pro goalkeeper Will Mackey and defending champion Pedro Cruz kick things off, going head-to-head.
Okay, here we go for two. Can he score? Oh, he does! Pedro Cruz with a clutch effort.
Houston Dynamo's Pedro Cruz would emerge victorious, moving on to the semifinals, where he faced Mexican national team in Pachuca's goalie Carlos Moreno.
Carlos Moreno to win it. Can he do it? Moreno! Get up! Get up! Get up! Take it! Take it! Take it! Oh! Let's go! Cruz!
Scores, he wins.
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's done it. Pedro Cruz advances.
Cruz took care of business against Moreno, advancing to the final where he squared off versus World Cup goalkeeper Maxime Crepeau.
Let's go. Come on, Pedro. Big save. Big one. Game on. Gotta stop him. And Maxime Crepeau is the winner of the All-Star Goalie Wars.
Cruz would come up just short of defending his crown, but would win the admiration of Orlando's Crepeau, who was impressed with what he saw.
It's fun. I talked to him right away. I was like, honestly, if you kept the balls a little bit lower and on the surface, you had me, because he was so powerful that you don't have the chance to get there almost at this distance.
Estoy muy contento. El otro arquero es muy bueno, una persona muy buena. Pude conocer él poquito. Él habló que hoy está yendo bien. Una persona buena y muy bueno. Dividir la cancha con él.
Goalkeepers weren't the only ones in action. The crossbar challenge saw North Texas SC Erunis face off against former MLS Next Pro star Xavier Gozo, taking on some big names like Evander and Javier Ruiz from Club Necaxa.
Representing MLS Next Pro. We see the young superstars emerge to Major League Soccer. North Texas is a great pipeline for FC Dallas.
Let's go, Nice. You're almost there.
There it is. Oh, there it is. For MLS Next Pro. What a story this could be.
Gozo would also make it to the final, but would come up just short versus Ruiz, who would go on to win the competition. An experience that has left a positive mark on both players.
This will be fun to have in your backyard, so I think it was just fun kick around and we'll really enjoyed it.
3 days of MLS All-Star action culminated here at Bank of America Stadium with MLS All-Stars pulling a 4-3 win against Liga MX, a game that saw a handful of MLS Next Pro alumni make their All-Star debut, a major milestone for the league. Signing off from the Queen City, Moises Linares.
Had a meeting with Rich, and I let him know that he was going to be our choice moving forward. So,
thank you guys. First of all, thank you for your commitment to the club, your commitment to each other, and your commitment to just excellence, right? Because that's what we're aiming for, is excellence.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's something that I've been looking forward to ever since I retired, always.
Conversation on him becoming the interim.
Good session. Look after yourselves. Better together.
Welcome back. New York City FC2 lead FC Cincinnati to 3-0 at the break. I'm Josh Lill. Happy to have you with us here on a sunny evening from Icon Stadium in New York. While we have a moment, let's take a look at all the action to come here throughout this hectic match week in MLS Next Pro. Starting off, Inter Miami 2. They'll take on New England Revolution 2. Houston Dynamo and San Jose Earthquakes 2 are in a tussle in a very competitive Western Conference. Crown Legacy FC, one of the best attacking teams in all of the Eastern Conference. They'll host Connecticut United and Austin FC 2, who are atop the Western Conference table. They have clinched a playoff spot and are in search of the regular season title. Then on Thursday, Sporting KC2 heads out west to face LAFC 2. And on Saturday, Atlanta hosts Orlando, and of course, New York City FC 2. They'll take on New England Revolution 2. Well, taking a look at how we got to this score. 3 different goals in 3 completely different ways, all of which were very impressive toward us. Starting off, it's a quick takeaway and a quick score for Luka Sunic. That would make it 1-0 in favor of New York City FC2. Then there'd be a little bit of solid possession. Maximo Carrizo on the give and go. Would take that one from outside the box. It would eventually be stopped by David Paz. Well, Cincinnati had a great chance here on the free kick. It fell favorably, but it was touched by a New York City defender, and it landed right into the hands of Mac Learned. New York City, they felt confidence, and that one was taken from distance in an incredible fashion by Johnny Lopez. And then here's the best one, the bicycle kick. My goodness, Camilo Ponce would make it 3 in the first half for New York City FC2. We'll be back in just a few short moments for the second half of play between New York City FC2 and FC Cincinnati 2.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
We are moments away from second half kickoff between New York City FC2 and FC Cincinnati 2. I'm Josh Lill. Happy to have you with us on a beautiful and picturesque evening from Icon Stadium in the great state of New York. It is New York City FC2 with this 3-0 lead. It's a commanding one. It seems like they had most of the ball in the first half. It was very tough for this Cincinnati team to build out of the back of the pressure. It wasn't dealt with well, but if there's anything to look forward to for the visitors, Sammy Castellanos' side, they began to pick up set pieces as the first half went along. They found themselves in a couple of advantageous spots. The question now is, can they convert? They're in the blue kits, New York City in the white kits. We'll switch sides. New York City now go right to left, Cincinnati left to right. Pilkington, his 5th year, it's NYCFC2. Sammy Castellanos is in his 1st year at the helm of FC Cincinnati 2. Nicholas Strednak, our head official. And one substitution for Cincinnati. Leo Orejarena checks in for Yair Ramos. It's an unchanged 11 for the hosts, who will start things off for the final 45 minutes of play. City FC 2. They'll face number 3, New England Revolution 2 on Saturday. All 3 points are needed here for them to get as close to the playoff line as possible. They're well on their way to 3 points, up 3 goals, and we are underway for the second half of play between New York City FC 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. I'm Josh Lill. Thrilled to have you with us. Whether you first joined the broadcast from the first whistle, you hopped in the middle of the first 45, or you're just tuning in now, we appreciate your time and attention. Oddly enough, it was Cincinnati that finished the half with more overall shots. El Haji Sam with the infraction. Cincinnati take over. Again, bested New York City FC 2 in the first half, 12 shots to 8. But it was the hosts with 5 shots on target compared to the visitors' 3, and the accuracy that this New York City team is playing with right now, it's something to marvel at. They've shot 60% on the day. They've had nearly double the amount of passes that Cincinnati have accumulated. And we mentioned atop the broadcast the accuracy for which this New York City FC 2 team passes with. Their top 9 coming into the game as Sam weaves his way in, eventually goes down. And this ball, we'll see where it's taken. Sam went down a foot outside of the area. But that jersey tug, about 5 or 6 feet outside the 18-yard box. We'll see where it's set up as Cooper Flax gets ready to take. But back to the passing accuracy. New York City, they've shared the ball north of a rate of 92%. They not only have put themselves in good spots to share the ball, but they've been confident in their movement. Whether it's playing between the lines or even testing the long ball on certain occasions. This, though, Flax looks for his 9th goal. It's Flax, goes for goal, and it's right into the chest of David Paz, who's in his professional debut at starting keeper today. McLaren made 3 incredible saves in the first half. It's part of the reason his team hasn't conceded yet. He's well on his way to his 5th shutout on the year. Cross deflected. Charlie Holmes had ideas of wreaking havoc in front of the net. And Johnny Lopez had other thoughts. It's Holmes into the 6. Sam able to clear. Landon Bourne retreats, and it's Paz with the touch. Orejadena in for FC Cincinnati too. Sammy Castellanos hopes that can ignite the attack. Orejadena, a goal and an assist on the year, but a regular starter in this midfield. Started 16 out of 20 games that he most recently played in. This, of course, his 21st appearance. Comes into a bit of a sticky situation. As Chirilla is pressured from behind. Orejadena, a champion at the MLS Next Pro level with North Texas back in 2024. Knows what it takes to win as Niang goes down. The head official leads him to play on. But Cincinnati with much of the ball in the early stages of the half. Mascara. Slim pickings on that flank. Taken away by Campos. And it's Loyola who hops backward to learn it. This matchup, it's been favorable toward FC Cincinnati 2 in recent days. New York City FC 2 have picked up just one win in their last 4 matches against this Cincinnati club. At home, they have yet to lose. They picked up 4 victories in 5 tries and even made it to PKs on an occasion. And Flex. Heavy hit in the middle. Camden Spire not afraid of the collision, as a couple of players are slow to get up for New York City FC 2. First, it's Flex who goes down. All the collisions, of course, at the feet of Camden Spire. One a trip, the other a blatant shove. And the 17-year-old academy product not afraid to mix it up. And Sam awaited that run into the half space. Johnny Lopez. Ponce. Flex couldn't control. Lopez not willing to risk anything. Place his trust in his center backs. It does draw the attention of the Cincinnati press. Took to replicate New York City FC's success on the press here in the second half. It nearly worked, but the hosts have shown a bit more composure on the ball, and it's been enough to keep. Carrizo quickly into the final third. Attempted to split the double team. It did not work. Here comes Cincinnati. Ademar Chavez onto his left. It's Chavez, calls his own number and Learned, my goodness, another stop. Mac Learned has been at the edge of his seat all day long, ready to leap. Learned, the California native, has played with cat-like reflexes today. That one intended for Niang. Instead, it falls for an NYCFC 2 goal kick. Thrown for Cincinnati. They need something in a hurry. They trail by 3, nearing the hour mark. Chavez To his left, it's Chavez. That attack short-lived. Warren able to shield Ponce away from the ball. Paz in Cincinnati. Now play out of the back. Chirilla in open space. Wanted it for a moment. The Sharn Company, they see an opportunity on that left side of the formation. An opportunity quickly stolen away by the hosts. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. John's University, the official undergraduate partner of New York City FC2. Lopez. New York City have not been afraid to completely put play to a halt and take a moment to collect themselves throughout this game. Go back to the first half. Zoel Loyola at one point just stood with the ball, didn't even flinch for about 20 seconds. Mike Lerner did the same thing. The patience and poise of this team, it's only grown throughout 2026 as Molinari couldn't thread the needle. Will finally pick it up. His team have been in a lot of one-score games. They haven't seen too many matches that have claimed this identity. It is a team that can win in a variety of ways. They work swiftly forward. Shot from Sunic. It's deflected and stays with the host for a throw-in. Pilkington's club had 7 one-score games combined through April and May. That is absurd for the early stages of a season. Can put a team under a lot of stress. Zunic onto the byline off a Cincinnati boot, and it sets up a New York City corner kick. They've had 10 overall one-score games this year, and they've gone 500 in those. 5 wins, 5 losses. But they have an abundant amount of experience in that department, and that is invaluable when it comes to the drive to make the postseason and make a deep run. That one's played in. Cleared by Spire. New York City FC2 in search of just their second all-time playoff appearance. They made the conference quarterfinals back in 2024, along with the likes of FC Cincinnati too. They only made it that far in the last 2 seasons. They won't get a chance to hunt the trophy this year, but they can take other teams out of the hunt. Loyola on the ground. It's left off in the central column. Flax to the outer edge. Ponce looks to turn and face. It's Flax. Let's see who's last to touch. It was a Cincinnati player. And New York City will head to the corner flag again at the hour mark. The set piece. Niang first to it. Sam. It's blocked by Charlie Holmes. And Mosquera speeds his way around the defense. It's a beautiful ball down the far side. It did have a little too much heat, spin, and distance to it for Cincinnati to make an attack out of it. It's moments like that that have seemed so promising for this Cincinnati 2 team. They've done a lot of right things to win the ball. But then when it comes to building through the thirds, it hasn't been their bread and butter today. Ponce. Molinari, NYC able to break through that intense first line of defense. By Cincinnati, they're willing to jump the passing lanes if it means getting out on a fast break, but if they're unable to connect and time it perfectly, they could be left vulnerable at the back. Sam somehow stays in. Sunic. Carrizo, nowhere to go. Turned his body 360 degrees around to try and find somebody. Lopez did keep. So does his club off the Niang deflection. Another deflection, another throw-in.
Two Cincinnati substitutions in the 63rd minute.
Sheku Niang checks out of the match. Matias Vasquez in for Cincinnati. Jack Mize also in for the visitors. Omar Chavez out. So Chavez, a key playmaker, and Niang, one of the most prolific goal scorers on this team, will see the end of their day. Vasquez and Mize hope to provide a little bit of energy off the bench. Maybe just get one goal to start, because all it takes is one goal. They can come in bunches in a hurry. That is the beautiful part of this beautiful game, is how quickly it can change. Sunic has Sam in the middle. Carrizo. Chirilla collides with the defender, and he draws the foul. It's Sunic with the infraction. And Cincinnati will take their time getting to the ball. Certainly has been a physical game when you look at the press by both teams. It hasn't been a reckless level of physicality by any means. But like we mentioned, the intensity to get to the ball, to win it. That is what's made it a physical game. There's only been 14 total fouls and just 2 yellow cards, one by each team. By no means is this game out of control or whatever, but it speaks volumes to Cincinnati, who trail 3-0. They're playing like it's 1-1 or 2-2. This portion of the match is brought to you by Adidas, the official kit supplier of New York City FC 2. David Paz has had an interesting professional debut. You never want to concede 3 goals, but he's made 3 good saves in the process. And that's what it's about at that young age of 17, out of the academy. Can you look for the little positives? Making 3 saves, those are big positives, not little by any means. As for McLearned, well, he has put on a stellar display of goalkeeping today. He's made 4 incredible stops. He's now with it. Every game played between these two teams this year, it's come in the shutout fashion. If you go back to the game in April, where Cincinnati won, it was a 1-0 victory. Shea Yang with the lone goal that would record all 3 points for Cincinnati in that one. And they trailed in most categories except for crosses, fouls, and yellow cards. This NYC team was quite dominant, but they didn't have enough gas in the tank to get it done. Then, of course, you look at the last meeting in May between these two clubs. It was another shutout. And while Shea Yang got on the score sheet again, it was not in the manner for which he would have hoped, as that one is played in and barely misses. Yang had an own goal, and that would be followed by a Joe Sacecki tally, his lone score of the year. NYCFC2 would walk away from that May fixture with a comfortable 2-0 victory. They only had 2 shots on target. It was slim pickings on that day for Matt Pilkington's side. But in the reality of it all, coming into today, across 2 matches, NYCFC2, they'd only scored 1 goal for themselves against Cincinnati. Shutout once, and then, of course, the own goal. But today, they have come out and made a statement. They had a strong first half of play, and it's set up a good second half so far. Here's an injury. It's Lachar again to the ground. He was shaken up after the first NYCFC2 goal. El Haji Sam sees the end of the match. And Drew Kerr heads to the pitch, the former NCFC Academy product and first team player. Takes to the pitch for the final 22 minutes or so. Kerr was the 81st pick by Columbus Crew in the 2025 MLS Super Draft. Now finds himself here following his stellar career with Duke. Stefan Chirilla. We've seen him score a lot as of late. Hasn't gotten his chance today. Orejarena. Mize to the outer edge. Orejarena. Off the head of Johnny Lopez. And there is a head injury on the pitch. The officiating crew not messing around, and this is not a good sight. Charlie Holmes was shaken up immediately. It's good to see him on his feet, but of course, incidental contact with Johnny Lopez. They were both fighting for the ball in the air. A knock to the head is not to be trifled with or taken lightly. And the officiating crew takes proper caution and stops play for Charlie Holmes.
Coming on is number 45, Nathan Bray. He replaces number 41, David Mosquera. Cambio de Cincinnati en el minuto 71. Entra con el número
David Mosquera heads to the bench, and it's Nathan Gray, the former Atlanta United Academy product and League One man with the Charlotte Independence. Nathan Gray in. The 11th appearance of the year for Gray. Has scored and assisted on 1 goal. And Charlie Holmes not out of it, but he'll wait. Re-entry at the direction of the 4th official. Following the injury, it's a drop ball restart. And here we go. NYCFC 2 find themselves in the attacking half quickly yet again. Drew Kerr wanted to go over. Tight territory for the give and go. And it's Johnny Lopez called for the trip. Spire switches the field of play. Lashar, he's been shaken up a couple times today. Continues to put himself in spots to carry this Cincinnati team forward. One ball collected by McLearned. Cincinnati, they have not scored a second half goal since July 26th against New England Revolution 2. Of course, to be a postseason team, you have to be able to connect in each half, and late in matches, it just has not connected for Sammy Castellanos' side. When Cincinnati defeated NYCFC 2 all the way back on April 13th, it seemed like all was headed in the right direction. It was a rough start for Sammy Castellanos' side after they'd lost 4 matches in a row. Lopez fights through. It's Lopez. What a kick save. David Paz. Lopez fights through the challenge. It was a good one from Felix Sampson. Purely reactionary at that point for David Paz. Like his counterpart, McLearned had to make himself big stepping off his line. It's Carrizo on the free kick. Outswinger. Now outside the area. NYCFC 2 calmly get to the ball. Flax. Errant pass. It is recovered well. Here's Spire after the attempted feed inside. Orejarena plays it through. The pace finally slowed down. Sampson Felix Sampson, an MLS Next All-Star from a year ago. Overlaps Holmes there, who's back on the pitch following the head injury. NYC dispossess. Look to get out and run, they do. Luka Sunic in transition. Numbers back for Cincinnati. Sunic smartly holds play up for just a brief second. Now it's Ponce. Kerr with service. It falls centrally and it's put in. Maximo Carrizo, his 4th goal of the year, makes it 4-0 NYCFC 2. Drew Kerr with his 3rd assist of the year. It falls perfectly, and Carrizo calmly collects it. And powers that one right past the outstretched arms of David Paz.
Goal, New York City! Scored in the 77th minute by number 29, Maximo Carrizo. For Maximo, this is his 4th goal of the season. Gol de New York City anotado en el minuto 77 por el número 29, Maximo Carrizo. Para Carrizo, este es su 4º gol de la temporada.
9 goals in 3 games for Matt Pilkington's side. That is impressive. To average 3 goals a game over that stretch, that is exactly what the doctor ordered for this team. That had seen some ebbs and flows with scoring throughout the year. Nonetheless, it has clicked today. Holmes to Sampson. Over the last 6 matches for the hosts, they'd conceded 3 or more goals on 3 occasions. They lost all 3 of those matches. This is a team when the defense is clicking just slightly. It gives them such a great advantage going into the match to take all 3 points. A lot of these players have been together for a while. And of course you have a veteran keeper, Mac Learned, who knows this system like the back of his hand. Been team defending today for NYCFC 2. Cross on the ground. And it's scooped up by Learned. This portion of the match is brought to you by Etihad Airways, the official airline partner of New York City FC 2. Kern pursuit. Paz got there first. 3 substitutions coming, 2 for the hosts, 1 for the visitors.
2 New York City substitutions in the 80th minute, coming on as number 47, Jacob Arroyave. He comes in replacing number 44, Lucas Sunjic.
Jacob Arroyave, the first of the 3 substitutions. He comes on for NYCFC 2.
Jacob Arroyave. Por el número 44, Lucas Sunjic. También entra el número 84, Nicolo Bafiades. Por el número 83, Camilo Ponce. Cincinnati substitution also in the 80th minute is number 48, Sammy Lachacar. He comes in replacing
Bafiades also in for NYCFC 2.
También en el minuto 80 entra el número 48, Sammy Lachacar. Por el número 70, London Bourne.
Landon Bourne out for Cincinnati. Sammy Lachacar, maybe the last substitution for Sammy Castellanos. Lachacar, a regular starter on this team, coming into today. Had been in the 11 on 16 occasions out of 19 matches played. Up next for NYCFC 2. You may have heard it earlier at the halftime show, but they'll take on New England Revolution 2 at 5 p.m. local time on August 22nd. That's this Saturday. New England have had their way with NYCFC 2 this year. And Revs 2 have won 3-0. Or had it scored at least 3 goals in each match this year, all of which were won by Revs 2. As for Cincinnati 2, they'll go on the road to face Carolina Court at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday as well. They trail that all-time series, 1 win and 2 losses. Their only road win came back in 2024. They look to complete a feat that hasn't been done in a while. Girilla, dispossessed. Crafty move there from Loyola. Kerr. This one on the ground. Carrizo had the most recent goal. Eventually turned over. And Cincinnati need to hurry. Under 6.5 minutes to go until the announcement of stoppage time. Things getting physical. Holmes. This one falls. And it's learn it again. Every bounce going the way of NYCFC 2, even on the turnovers, where it seems FC Cincinnati 2. They do everything right. They get to the ball first. It's just been that kind of day for each club. Molinari, miscommunication results in a throw-in for FC Cincinnati 2. A win right now for NYCFC2 would put them in a tie for 8th with Chicago Fire FC2 with 36 points in that 8th spot. Holmes. Orejarena. Time now the enemy for FC Cincinnati 2 as they turn it over yet again. NYC in search of a 5th. Kerr runs near side. Here come the hosts. Played on the byline, flicked backward. Stolen away by the visitors. Here's Chirilla. Sampson. And Kerr whistled for the foul from behind. Tugging and pulling at the jersey of Mize. That play quickly shut down by Peter Molinari. Even if it means conceding a corner kick, he took away a clear-cut chance for FC Cincinnati too. That has been the theme today. While NYC, they've been good in their defensive positioning, there's been times where it's been bend, don't break, and they have come through. Ball played inside, it's headed on centrally. And again, Mac Learned, as solid as it gets in pursuit of shutout number 5. Flax. Under 2 minutes to go until the announcement of stoppage time. NYC content with draining as much clock as possible. Their ability to rest even at different parts of the game, whether it's the close and they're up 4-0 or only up 1 goal, maybe it could be tied. The composure for this team to just take a second, breathe, and watch play unfold. The maturity that takes is not something you see at different levels of professional soccer. As yellow card shown following the tackle. It'll bring on a substitutions.
Substitution coming on is number 97, David Duque. He replaces number 27, Cooper
Flax out and David Duke in.
Cooper Flax.
And Cooper Flax. You know exactly what you're going to get out of the 22-year-old midfielder every day in terms of that consistency and the ability to provide stability on both sides of the ball. That's why he's so beloved. He may have not picked up a goal contribution today, but the impact was certainly felt. There it is, just 3 minutes of stoppage time. Given only 1 goal and 1 injury, not much time added on here.
A yellow card has been issued to Cincinnati's number 48, Sammy Lachapar, in the 89th minute. Tarjeta amarilla en el
Sammy Lachikar showing what could be one last booking for Cincinnati. Thrown by Lopez, had that spectacular goal. But this day right now belongs to Camilo Ponce. Ponce assisted on the opener. And of course, had a bicycle kick to make it 3-0. Lopez. Loyola. Cincinnati win the draw. Mize to Holmes. Under a minute to go until the approximate end of this one. NYCFC2 have cruised their way to a possible victory. All that's left is to pervert the shutout. And Learned had to make one more save. Rushes to the edge of the area. Won't drain any more precious seconds. He'll keep this one as far away from his net as possible. Good dribble inside from Carrizo. He's still on the ball, keeps it in. And he's got it! A late fifth goal. It's a second for Carrizo. And it's put FC Cincinnati 2 away. Well, that's the game, and it's Carrizo with the cherry on top, the icing on the cake. And he'll finish this one with 2 goals. Your final score is NYCFC 2-5. They shut out FC Cincinnati 2. Tonight's man of the match is presented by Adidas. And of course, it'll be Camilo Ponce for a goal and an assist. Here's the assist. It was a quick win of the ball. And he got the helper on the Lucas Sunic goal. But here's the dazzler. Ponce waits centrally in a bicycle kick to make it 3-0. That's our goal of the game, as well as our man of the match, again presented by Adidas. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Lill saying so long. Once again, our final score, NYCFC 2 shutout FC Cincinnati 2, 5-0. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Have a great night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.